Beyond the Pillars of Hercules, where myth meets reality, there once lay a mysterious land called Atlantis, a civilization so advanced, it dazzled the world with its unmatched knowledge, breathtaking art, and incredible power. But how did this magnificent empire vanish beneath the waves? In this video, we'll dive deep into the story of Atlantis, exploring everything from Plato's ancient writings to modern scientific theories, blending history, legend, and science to uncover the truth behind the lost city. The name Atlantis first appeared in the writings of the great Greek philosopher, Plato. He described an island beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar, lying at the heart of the Atlantic Ocean. This island was home to a magnificent civilization, wealthy, powerful, and incredibly advanced. According to Plato, Atlantis connected the ancient civilized world, Greece and Egypt, from the east, and another vast continent from the west, possibly hinting at the Americas. Plato shares this story through the words of his ancestors, including the Athenian lawmaker Solon, who reportedly heard it from Egyptian priests in the ancient temples of Sais. According to Plato, Atlantis existed some 9,000 years before his era, a mighty civilization that was swallowed by the sea in a single night, destroyed by catastrophic earthquakes and devastating floods. Around 360 BC, Plato shared the story of Atlantis in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias. This is recognized as the very first written record of the mysterious continent. Since then, the debate has raged on: was Atlantis just a myth, or did it truly exist? Among the many researchers convinced of its reality was Madame Helena Blavatsky, a visionary author who, in her 1888 book The Secret Doctrine, argued that Atlantis was much more than legend. It was the home of humanity's fourth root race, a lost chapter in our ancient history waiting to be rediscovered. They were powerful beyond imagination, intelligent, spiritually evolved, and masters of cosmic sciences. According to Blavatsky, the Atlanteans possessed superhuman traits, psychic abilities, and advanced technologies far beyond what we know today. But their rise was followed by a tragic fall. She believed their downfall came from moral decay and the misuse of their extraordinary powers. These ancient people, she claimed, used psychic and etheric energy to move colossal stones effortlessly. They built floating cities, flew in mysterious machines, harnessed energy crystals, and even used devices for mind control. The Atlanteans were in direct contact with non-material beings and spiritual masters, guardians of knowledge from beyond our world. The people of Atlantis thrived in a land rich with natural resources, enjoying a vibrant trade network that stretched across Europe and Africa. Thanks to their exceptional climate, they could grow almost any crop imaginable, and harvest it twice a year. The island itself was a paradise, teeming with diverse wildlife and surrounded by peace and beauty. At the heart of Atlantis stood its majestic capital, a city built on an island formed by concentric rings of land and water. Connecting these rings were stone bridges, carefully designed for both people and chariots. Each bridge was fortified with gates and towering structures, offering both function and protection to this marvel of ancient engineering. From the heart of the city to the open sea, a massive straight canal stretched outward, a vital artery for trade, travel, and communication. At the very center of Atlantis, within the innermost ring, stood the grand temple of Poseidon. Inside, a colossal statue of the god towered above all, Poseidon riding a chariot pulled by winged horses, a symbol of divine power and protection. Two natural springs flowed at the city's core, one hot, the other cold. Around these sacred waters, the Atlanteans built lavish baths, elegant fountains, and breathtaking gardens, reserved for the royal family. It was a place of beauty, balance, and wonder, a true reflection of the civilization itself. A vast network of canals, artificial lakes, fountains, and navigable rivers wove through the entire city, seamlessly connecting every district. This intricate system served not only for transportation and irrigation, but also for spiritual purposes, channeling and purifying energy throughout Atlantis. According to metaphysical legends, the Atlanteans harnessed the power of enormous crystals to generate energy. These luminous crystals didn't just power their technologies, they bathed the entire city in radiant light, making Atlantis glow brilliantly through the night. All across the land, one could find grand halls of science and learning, open-air amphitheaters, sacred spaces for training both body and soul, lush hanging gardens, and towers designed for meditation and inner peace. Every structure followed the sacred principles of geometry, energetic balance, and a deep harmony with the natural world. In the rich tapestry of Greek mythology, Poseidon, god of the sea and master of earthquakes, is said to be the creator and divine father of Atlantis. One day, from his deep indigo throne beneath the waves, Poseidon rose and gazed upon the island. There, on its highest peak, he saw a mortal woman named Cleito. Struck by her beauty, he fell in love and made her his queen. To protect her, Poseidon transformed the land into a paradise. With his divine power, he split the earth and shaped 5 concentric rings of land and sea around the mountain where Cleito lived, a sacred fortress of love and power, born from the will of a god. From this divine union of heaven and earth, 10 twin sons were born. The eldest among them, Atlas, was given dominion over the heart of the island. In his honor, the land was named Atlantis, the land of Atlas. His 9 brothers each ruled a portion of the realm, serving as kings beneath his authority. Years passed, centuries, perhaps even millennia. And under their rule, Atlantis blossomed into the most magnificent civilization the world had ever seen. These sons of Poseidon, born of mortal earth and divine sky, were wise, just, and powerful rulers. Their people lived in harmony with nature, free from greed, untouched by war, and guided by a deep spiritual wisdom that flowed through every part of their lives. But suddenly, something changed. The children of Poseidon, who once looked to the stars for wisdom, began to see themselves as gods in the mirror of their own power. Pride, silent and insidious, crept into their hearts like a shadowy vine. The sacred laws of Poseidon were forgotten. Justice gave way to conquest, and peace surrendered to ambition. Atlantis, once born of the sea and shaped by love, became a dragon that turned upon itself, devouring the very greatness it had once created. The gods watched from above in heavy, mournful silence. And when the people of Atlantis set their sights on the east, seeking to conquer new lands and crown themselves rulers of the entire world, a voice echoed through the earth and sky.
He who is born of the sea, to the sea he shall return.
Then, one night, the earth trembled. The sky tore open. Towering waves rose with fury. Volcanoes roared awake. Temples crumbled into dust. And the island, once the jewel of the world, vanished beneath the sea in less than a single night and day. No trace remained. No tomb. No monument. Only the haunting whisper of the wind, and the endless song of the waves. Over the centuries, countless scholars and seekers have tried to uncover the true location of Atlantis. Some link its story to the Minoan civilization, a powerful and advanced culture that once thrived on the island of Crete. Others point more precisely to Akrotiri, the ancient city on Santorini, where a catastrophic volcanic eruption, the Thera explosion around 1600 BC, buried the region in ash and fire. Still, others look westward, toward the mysterious Azores Islands in the Atlantic Ocean, remnants, perhaps, of a once mighty land swallowed by the sea. According to mystical traditions, Atlantis was not merely a place of stone and soil, but a realm of high vibration, advanced spiritual awareness, and profound connection to the cosmos. Its people were said to possess extraordinary psychic gifts, telepathy, astral travel, mastery of energy crystals, and the ability to control the elements of nature. They lived in harmony with both the earth and the unseen worlds. At its peak, the Atlantean civilization was a shining example of perfect harmony, where science, art, and spirituality blended seamlessly. But over time, shadows crept in. Greed for power grew, forbidden genetic experiments were conducted, and cosmic energies were misused. This moral decay sent ripples through the very fabric of Atlantis. Their downfall wasn't just physical, it reached deep into the realms of frequency and consciousness. Some spiritual traditions teach that the souls of Atlantis have returned in our own time, here to atone for past mistakes. They carry the hope of building a new civilization, one rooted in love, balance, and harmony. Atlantis was a civilization where science, technology, and spirituality existed in perfect harmony. But according to the legends, two forces led to its downfall. First, an overwhelming thirst for power and domination pushed the Atlantean kings beyond their own borders, as they sought to conquer distant lands. Second, the dangerous misuse of cosmic energies, especially through crystals and highly advanced technologies, upset the natural balance of the earth. This reckless imbalance triggered catastrophic earthquakes, towering tsunamis, and drastic climate shifts, dragging the entire continent beneath the waves in a single, devastating night. History remembers this as a cosmic warning, a powerful lesson on the dangers of unchecked ambition and the misuse of sacred forces. Atlantis, whether a myth or a historical reality, remains one of the most mysterious and inspiring stories in human history. Its tale serves as both a moral warning for today's civilizations and a symbol of a lost greatness that may someday be rediscovered, whether hidden beneath the ocean's depths or within the vastness of human consciousness. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so we can explore more secrets of the ancient world and the unknown, together. Thank you for watching. Until the next video, stay peaceful, stay enlightened, and keep your curiosity alive.